Good morning. It's morning while I'm filming this, but it might not be morning when you're watching it. But good morning, because it's morning right now in Alabama. I just got back from taking Sue to a physical therapy appointment, and I did not thrift today. She's not quite up to that yet. I'm looking forward to when she is, but yesterday I did watch my twin grandsons for a little while so that my daughter could go to the doctor. She has a double ear infection that is so bad. The doctor said, I really hope that your eardrums do not burst because both your eardrums are bulging. And prayers for that girl. Well, she's been a school teacher this year, and I think she has caught everything that any student brought into her classroom. Bless her heart. But it's summertime now, and after I finished at her house, I knew I had about 30 minutes before my favorite little thrift store in Albertville, the Second Chance thrift store, before it closed. And lo and behold, Tuesday is senior day, 25% off. So I was excited about that. All right. $2, but 25% off. Can you see the detail on that? That is just the best. It's so good. It's so good. I love it. For $2, it was worth it for the frame, and the mirror is peeling. You know, the backing of the mirror is peeling off, and that doesn't bother me. If I wanted to use it as a mirror anyway, I would, because old and distressed, that's fine with me. That's natural, authentic age. But I might do some kind of project with it, or I might just, because it does stand, I might just stand it up on a table and let it be. Let it be. $2, 25% off. Okay. This is the heaviest thing. It is pewter. It says it's solid pewter, marked 4. I paid 25% off of that. And it is very aged. I love pewter. I've got some really pretty pewter items that I might layer this up with those things up on one of my shelves above my French doors. I've got some pewter bowls and a couple of pewter serving utensils, and this might be very pretty with that. I haven't rearranged that spot above my French doors in so long. I don't know, just the way that it's arranged up there is very neutral colors, and I've been happy with it ever so long. I don't think I've rearranged it since I first put that shelf up there a year and a half ago, but I love it. Okay, look at this fun thing. This will be, okay, marked 5, but I paid 25% less than that. I want to use this in a flower pot and let some of my vines grow up the dress, or flowers be inside the dress. I don't know, but that was what I realized. It's probably meant for something else, but that's what my brain said to do with it when I first saw it, and I really thought it was charming. I thought that was a sweet thing, a sweet little feminine thing, and I'm really into flowers this year, and I'm so proud that my flowers are alive. And I think it's because maybe I'm paying so much attention to them, and I had read that if you talk to your flowers that they do better. Now I don't think flowers know if you're talking to them, but what I think is that my brain connects more with the fact that these are living things, and that if I say, well, good morning, you look so pretty today, and I water them, do you have enough water? Is your soil dry? Is it wet? Oh, you're fine, but let's give a little more water just in case. I feel silly doing it, but I think the difference must be in my mind, because it's making me connect with my flowers more. This was marked 5. but I paid less than that, 25% less than that. It's pink. I just occasionally run across the pink depression glass, and I don't intend to build a large collection of it, but every now and then I'll see a piece that just looks pretty. That's just pretty. That's sweet. And I do have it in my Duncan Fife china cabinet that's in my rose room. What normal person has 2 china cabinets? I guess this grandmother right here does, because, you know, I got my big china cabinet. I thought I was going to pay $25 for it from a Facebook marketplace seller. And when we got there, it was so hard to get it from the house to the truck that the guy said, you know what, I feel, just don't even pay me the $25. That was so hard to get out of here. I just feel like I need to pay you, but at least don't pay me. So it was free. Free, but it nearly killed Ben and Sam getting it into the truck and then into my house. This is huge. It's a big one. Okay, so that's very cute, very fun. All right. This crock, what does it say? Mississippi State University. I can't decide how old this thing is. And at what decade would it been? Let's say I paid $3, but 25% off. At what decade would it have been popular, a good idea to make a crock with the college logo on it? So that makes me think it could be older, but I don't have one with any kind of college insignia on it, and it's pretty colors and it looked good, and I have a plan for my Crocs. I'm so excited about what I'm going to do with my Crocs, because I've probably got, I don't know, 9, maybe 10. I don't know how many I've got, because I've got them kind of here and there. But the little Crocs like this, the cheese Crocs, or are they butter or are they cheese? I think they're cheese Crocs. But I've got a nice little collection of them, and I'm constantly thinking about how can I crowd more things into this already crowded house. I'm telling you, I got a Cracker Barrel starter pack going on here. What next? I wonder if anyone knows what that is. That's just a sticker on the back. And I paid $2, but 25% off. Can you tell? Write it in the comments. Leave me a comment if you guessed it before I told it. I knew what it was when I saw it. And it looks to be hand-done pottery. It's got some writing on the bottom that says the Holy Bible. Can't make out what else it says. I'll include it in a little pop-up window. And I guess this is just maybe meant to look like a leaf. This part, the handle part. Okay, if you hadn't already guessed and you didn't know, this is an egg separator. I had a pottery egg separator years ago and used it, loved it, and it finally got dropped and broken one too many times. I think I had glued it back together more than once, and it's finally just done. It was just done. It was a little blue one, and it was cute, and it had a smiley. The spot where the egg white would pour out was the mouth, and it had 2 eyes. It was like a little smiley face, and it was so cute. It was blue speckled, and I loved it. But yes, you could break your egg in there, pour out the white, and the yellow would remain. So when you're doing things like lemon meringue pie, or there's a few recipes, angel food cake, there's a few things that you need just the egg whites or just the yolks, but mostly just the egg whites. So that's what that is, and I am really charmed by the little rustic primitive look of that pottery piece. That is so cute. All right, I had said that I'm not going to collect any more 1940s dogs unless I see one. I'm bad, aren't I? Unless I see one that's just so cute I can't stand it. $3. He's got a similar shape to one of my larger ones. You know, the fun of collecting is the excitement you feel when you find a piece that is very specific and it's not exactly like another piece that you already have, but it's similar enough that it's a really good grouping. You know, I don't think it's a pretty grouping if you've got stuff that's spans too many decades or too many styles. I mean, but anyway, you can do any of those things that you want to. It's people walking past. But that's adorable. And I just had to add him to my collection. All right. These are measuring cups. This one says 1/4 cup, this one says 1/3 cup. And can you see what insignia is on there, or what carving, or what pattern? Eagles. And we're coming up on patriotic season, and so I will have these staged sweetly, maybe with some little teeny tiny flags. Oh, I don't know, flags or florals, something. It'll be cute. This was $2. I can't decide if it's old or if it looks old, but I love it. And because it looks old and it already has a little bit of weathering on it, like someone may have used it outdoors, I think it's a perfect size for lots of things. It may actually be old because I see little rusty nails, tiny nails in it, so that sometimes is an indicator. I don't know. I really have never tried to research and see exactly what is the criteria for a truly vintage basket or just one that looks vintage. But you know, either way, it looks adorable, and it's the vibe. It's the vibe I'm going for, and I really like it. An old platter for $2, and it does have a crack across it, which I think kind of adds to the charm. And you can see how crackled it is, how crazed. See the pattern. What the specific pattern is not as important to me as just the look. You know, I think the 1940s must be, I don't know, must be my favorite vintage china decade, because I really love the way the stuff looks from that decade. This one was also $2. All of this same thrift store, one thrift store, all of it 25% off. And Lisa, my sister, is this one of my Grandma Wright's patterns? I think it is. So sweet, so sweet. Okay, I've got too many things stacked behind me. I have to move them over. Okay. What in the world? What in the world? Marked 5, but I paid less than that, 25% off. I saw it a couple weeks ago when I went in there, and I passed it by. I didn't feel like it was something I had to have, but it was just still there today. And I'm coming up on my blue and white china season, and let's see, I can't really tell. Some of these maker's marks are so blurry. It up and see if that maker is anything special. If I can identify it. I don't know if I can. It does have cracks, but look at the I think this is flow when it looks kind of blurry like this. And it does have some gold edges that are almost all gone. I'd say 95% of the gold is gone, worn right off. That's beautiful. Let's see what else. What else? Okay. Now we're going to get to dig into this and see. Noah's Ark. And it has the top of the box on it, but I've not opened it. I don't know what all the pieces are going to look like, but I'm pretty excited to see. Oh, that's charming. What is this? This is the top of the ark. Oh my word. That's so sweet. Noah. Oh, the way the animals are shaped. That's so sweet. I can't wait for my grandbabies to play with this. Are there two? Okay, two Noahs. Wow. There are two Noahs. Are there two sets in here? I doubt it. Who knows? Okay, here's the camel and the cow. Look at this. Well, there's a heart. I don't know if that was original to the set. Ladder. Oh, this is precious. This is just precious. An elephant, a horse, two horses. Oh, there were probably originally two of every animal. There's not anymore. There's just a little hodgepodge. But there's two Noahs. I don't know. What about that? Does that go inside? Like the inside part of this ark? I'm not sure. That's just sweet. Okay, glad to have that. And I will let my grandbabies play with it. And as I have said before, it's exactly the kind of cute, primitive looking toy, vintage toy, that I just love to have it sitting out ready for the babies to play with. And they do come and discover and enjoy everything that I set out for them, and that's so fun. Okay, this big picture was $2, but it was 25% off that. All right, it's very old, and it's the frame is wood, and it's pale yellow. And the print inside is just a little bit wrinkly, and it's going to be perfect for fall. I love this old looking print, but even if I were to only use it for the frame, which it looks as if it has had some embellishments that fell off or were cracked off, popped off, I don't know, but the resulting distressed look is pretty to me. Oh, it's dusty. I see the dust on it at this angle. Sure, it's been in someone's garage, but it, you know, again, with the tiny little rusty nails in here, letting you know that it's probably from the 1950s. But it's very sweet. The scene is sweet. There's, it looks like a white-haired person and a younger person, maybe raking leaves, maybe picking up pecans. I don't know what they're doing. They've got a basket looking thing in there between them. Okay, so I had a very good question asked in the comment section yesterday, and I laughed out loud because I am sure this must be a question that many of you have already thought to yourselves. What do you do with all these things? It looks like you just shop all the time. Okay, I can see how that the appearance would be that I shop all the time. I don't feel like I shop that often, But I do like to search regularly. But you got to realize, I'm not spending a lot of time. I never go to a mall. I don't go to, department stores and clothing stores and places like that other people might choose to go and spend money regularly. So I save my shopping adventures for the thrift stores. And now that yard sale season is upon us, that's going to be exciting as well. But what do I do with all my things? Well, now I've talked about this before, and I really do mean it. Now, obviously, I'm not a minimalist. I like a lot of groupings of things. I don't mean for it to be a cluttered look, but it kind of is a cluttered look, because when you put groupings of lots of things together, that's just too much for some people. That's just too much. And I get it. I'm glad that there is a broad range of tastes and styles, because that's what makes the world interesting. And I enjoy going to other people's homes that just have a very few things. But for my house, my eyes like to see a lot of little things and a lot of details, and the older the better. I love old things. So here are some things that happen in my home. All right, when I shop, I make a mental note of how many bags or boxes that I have brought into my home, and I think to myself, okay, if I'm bringing this much in, let's see if I can take that much out. And I can't say I do it every time, but I really try. The goal is to move things forward out my front door, because you can only enjoy so much in your home. And it would be selfish of me to hoard so many things that other people might really enjoy. So the things that are less favorite to me and are not, sentimental, not anything that I feel like I just have to save, then I will allow those to be donated. I will give those away to friends. I occasionally just give something to someone. I certainly always give things to my daughters, who share a lot of my same tastes, some more than others, but the vintage is popular now, so that does help. But my sweet little Olivia, the basket collection that I had on my wall above my couch a year ago, I took all those baskets down, and she said, if you run across baskets, I'd like to make a basket wall. And I said, well, why don't you just take my whole basket collection, and if I ever need them again, I'll know where they are. But you use them and you keep them as long as you are enjoying them. So that's what she did. She put them on her wall, and it's ever so cute. And that is an outlet for sending things on. Occasionally, I will come across something that looks to be worth more than I expected, if it were to be listed and sold on eBay. So my sister, who is an eBay seller, we get in agreement over what kind of deal we can make with that, and I'll send it to her, and she'll list it, and then we'll divide up the profits from eBay sales. For a year, my sister and I had a booth at a vendor mall, but we are taking a little break from that, and we may do it again, because that is a good way to keep things flowing through your home, and it allows me to still be able to shop and collect, and and then let it go forward. The things that are not my favorite, that I enjoy them for a season, and maybe I don't want to store them and keep them and bring them back out for the upcoming seasons. But I do love to donate to the ministries that have a thrift store in my community, my local ministries. I donate, and it's funny to me that sometimes I'll do a big donation. A couple times a year, I will gather up enough stuff that I just take a big truckload, pickup truckload, to one of the thrift stores. And it's funny to me then, if I happen to shop in it soon after, that I can see some of the items that I've donated. I think, now it'd be pretty funny if I picked up my own item again. And I'm not saying I've never done that, but I mean, I don't do it on purpose. But that's what happens to some of my things. So there you go. That's a good question. And you know, I've talked before about how spiritually and in many different aspects of our lives, we want to be a flowing river so that freshness and life flows in and life flows out. Because you know what happens if life flows in but nothing flows out? It's a pond that is stagnant, that is dead. It does not have a good flow. If you ever see a pond that is stagnant, it might be because there is not a good flow. So, you know, if you're taking in preaching and Bible reading and spiritual wisdom, you're taking that in, that's a good flow. If it doesn't flow back out in some kind of way, you might become stagnant, and nobody wants that. That's not a good way to live. So it also applies to your habits and your hobbies, and it can certainly apply to antique collecting, vintage collecting, because it's out there, you know. And just because, and this is something I also try to say to myself, just because I see it and I appreciate it in a store does not mean I actually have to buy it and bring it home. I really try to only bring home things that are special in some kind of way to me, not just because I see it and it's available and I buy it. You know, that's a temptation. But and if you end up with those kinds of things, it's good to have an outlet like a vendor booth, or, you know, people that you share with. My daughters, you know, I have 3 married daughters, so that's 3 households that I am sharing things with. So, but I can imagine, especially if you see the background and see how many things I have in my home, you're probably thinking, have mercy, where's all this stuff going? Well, that's where it's going, some of it. And then I rotate out my wall art, my framed pictures. I switch them out all the time. I have spots where there's a good nail or 2 or 3, depending on the size of the art. And I, on a whim, seasonally, however, I will switch things out so that I can enjoy the different things that I find. And if it gets to a point where I'm not enjoying it anymore, then I make sure it moves forward to my booth or somewhere else. So I do that often. It's good. I just looked down and realized that there is a sack of clothes here that I did find at the Second Chance thrift store, same thrift store, 25% off. So I'll show you right quick. It's not the season for this, but I thought it was so cute. It's a tunic. It has a pretty little cutout in the back, and it's long. And that would be for when cooler weather comes, because it's kind of a sweatshirt material. All right. Oh, this will be something I probably list. This is a Coach purse bag. Oh, does it have a stain? No, that's the masking tape. It's a Coach purse bag, and I don't have any Coach bags, but for $1, 25% off, 75 cents. For 75 cents, I thought that might be something good that, I don't know if people who have Coach bags are very careful with their bags and put them back in the dust. Are these called dust bags, dust jackets? I don't know. But it's to keep the dust off of them, whatever it is. And that was in the clothing section, so I picked that up. Oh, all these items were $2 each. All their ladies' clothing pieces are $2 or $3 each, but everything I got here was $2 each, but 25% off. Okay, I first picked this up because I love the print on it, and it's a bigger size than I would need, but it's actually brand new. It's still got the tag with the little buttons. Somebody has ripped off where it came from. Let's see, Carolina colors. Oh, that's Cato. I think that's Cato. Anyway, I could use it as a little jackety kind of thing. I mean, I could, and I sometimes do, because I've sometimes got an odd little sense. Hey, I've got this on that I bought over the Memorial Day weekend. I was right. It's extremely light and thin and comfortable. It's a Cynthia Rowley, and I love it. Ended up paying $2 around $2 for it. It's hard to remember, but I thought I might cut it up and use it for something, but I don't know. It's workable. I could use it. All right, and let's see what next. I'll save that one for last. Okay, this is a Chico's denim shirt. And it's so pretty. It's gray. I don't have a gray denim shirt, but it's very nice. Very nice, and I like it. And it's got a nice drape to it, a nice flow. And this crazy sweater. I love bright colored sweaters. I'm not sure why I do, but I do. They make me happy. What brand was this? I don't remember. Oh, it didn't have someone cut the tag out. There's no tag. No tag whatsoever. So we don't know a size. We don't know a brand. But it's just a lightweight sweater, cardigan. And as I forget which, I think it was Lauren that told me one time, she says, Mom, you dress weird, but you do it well. I think she said you pull it off. What I do is I wear things that make me smile or make me happy, and yes, I have to say sometimes they're a little bit weird, but just like with my home, I don't like cookie cutter. I like things that are a little bit different, and that's okay. It's okay for me as long as I'm modest and decent and I'm not offending anyone. I don't know, nobody's ever told me that they've been offended. They're probably amused by my clothing sometimes, but I mean, I'm not that bizarre, but I'm a little bit bizarre. So there you go. There is today's thrift haul with lots of extra chatting, gabbing, and unsolicited advice. But you know, it was free. It's all free. It's all free. I hope that you have a good day and a great week, and that you do good things on purpose. Wake up in the morning and say to yourself, okay, maybe this hurts and that hurts, and this is not perfect and that's not perfect, but what good things can I do today? And can I be kind to someone? And can I speak life into someone? And can I just plain smile at someone? Maybe that's all they need. Maybe someone's really having a tough time, you know, and you just don't have any idea how important it will be to give someone the gift of kindness or a smile. Look what my precious mother-in-law sent to me as a thank you for being her buddy through her hip surgery time and her physical therapy trips. You just never know. All right, I love you, and I'll be glad to see you on the next video. I am working on another flip video. I'll give you a hint. It has to do with dishes. Lots of vintage dishes. So, working on that. Hope to have it out in a few days.